Raya Ramananda.
July 13th, 2005, Holland.
What is the Shastra of Jiva? And first he told Varnashram Dharma, Acharya. To follow Vaishnava Dharma, Acharya. And then Vishnu will be happy. But by this, only worldly wealth and reputation, and in heavenly planet, after that, moksha. But only that, not more than that. But this Shadda that touches the transcendental, that हम लोगों के स्वरूपानुबंधी धर्म को नहीं छूता. It does not touch our स्वरूपानुबंधी constitutional religion, that is praying, does not touch. So Mahaprabhu told why. And then he told to speak some more things, and then Prabhu told, Krishna karmarpam sarva sadhya. Then he told, whatever you do, you should offer to Krishna. All creative karma and karma event, you should offer to Krishna. Before this, prior to this, I want to tell something about some devotees have told me that when they read Srimad Bhagavad, especially the purport of Swamiji, then they lose their faith to Krishna consciousness, because everywhere it has been told in his purport, ladies are inferior, blacks are all Shudra, and they should not be given bhakti, they cannot have bhakti, and so many things. And so many, they were in ISKCON, they left, only for this. So I want to tell that in Bhagavad Gita, first, क्या है? नाम, what is it now? What? Again, with all mics are there. Why they have upset it? I don't know.
In Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter, 32nd verse, Lord Sri Krishna is telling, Mam hi parka vyapasritya yeti su papayonaya striyo vaishyas tata sudras tepi yanti param gatim. He's telling, O son of Pita, Arjuna, those who take shelter in me, though they be of lower birth, women, Vaishyas, Shudras, they can attain the supreme destination.
This is wrong. That you. What he has said, it is totally wrong. Or that is why they. Here, Mangi Patha, Vyapasitya. Path, Yonya, Kama. If we are not Path Yonya, Shudra also not Path Yoni. Who are Papaguni? Puna, Kirata, gold. They are, because they are not Krishna consciousness. And they eat meat, eggs, wine, smoking, so much drinking and alcohol and everything. So they are Papa Junior. Here it has been told only that in a month they have monthly some impureness. So it has been told. Not inferiority, not anything. And also in Srimad Bhagavatam, here they have told like him, Papayoniya means born into lower class. Oh, this is not meaning. That we are thinking. Then lower class. Who are Narad? In what world he was? Dasiputra. So he was low class. Vyas also, Narad also, Prahlad also, Vidur also. We should reject them. So many. So according to the Vedic system of classification, women's Vaishya Sudra belong to a lower social. Never. I don't have it. Anywhere it has not been written. Never. So, in Srimad Bhagavatam, I wrote this sloka, 1948. In main sloka, original sloka, nothing written like this. Never. That ladies have some less intelligence, or they cannot do bhajan, they are lusty or fasting. Never written. Men are also lusty, and if they are soul coming in male form or what harm? They are so equal like that. I know that all the rishis of Dandakaranya, they were male. And they prayed Ramchandra that we want to be like gopis. And by his mercy, very soon they were Siddha and they went to Braja. And they have a form of gopi from the womb of gopi. Were they less intelligent or what they were? So we should not think like that. In some cases he has written that there are some speciality of women and some speciality of men. And according to that, somewhere something he has written, he has explained. And Srimad Bhagavatam also it has been told. So we should not think that ladies cannot do bhakti, they are less intelligent or they are inferior. We should not think. Also, in Puranjan Upakhyan, some sloka has been given, but in many sloka, in original, no written like this. But in Bhakya, I think that some Bhakya, what Swamiji did, it has been changed somewhat. He cannot write like this. And in some cases, he has told it is right, we will have to reconcile. Because it has been written also in Srimad Bhagavatam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, यदि गौरांग यदि प्रणय राखिते चाओ गौरांगर सने तबे छोटो हल दासेर कथा थाके जेनो मने. What is the meaning? Here anyone can write like Bhakkya, do like that. Here it has been done. The ladies are very attractive, very beautiful. So we should not mix with them. So that is also for ladies not to mix males. So we should not think that they are inferior or less intelligent. Do you think that Shamrani less intelligent than anyone? Never. So we should not think about these things. So he has written or read everything. Now, it has written here in Vyakya, purport, but I think it is wrong. It may be clearly said that understanding of a woman is always inferior to their understanding of a man. I am not arguing with this statement. And we cannot write. Never. So, you should try to reconcile what he has told. And don't be very for this. What Shastra has written, it is okay. You know Brahma then, he made a beautiful girl Saraswati, and he was pursuing him. And then at once she became lady deer and began to run, and he became, and at that time Marichi was saying, Father, what are you doing? You are intelligent, all will knock to you, don't do so. And his sons, 7, 6, they began to law. Then Brahma at once gave them cause. And they became father and colony. And in the Kans, by Kans, the Devaki 6 were killed by him. So they could not follow, but Marichi followed. That they did not do any offense, but they did offense. So we should be very careful. So I read everything. Everything is okay. Only some misprint or mis-editing. Because they cannot reconcile all these things. Papriyonia means they see the ladies. This is quite clear. Oh, you know, Srimati Radhika wants that Pulinda Kanya. Pulinda are most fortunate. They are going to Krishna and lot of feet of Krishna they kiss here. I want to be a Pulindi Kanya. So you should not be very for that.
Can you explain what Prabhupada means when he says that the women and the Vaishyas and the Sudras are less than the Kshatriyas and the Brahmanas?
Oh, because Brahmin means Brahmajanati, realized Brahmin, not like Kali Brahman. So, like Vaishnava now, he is really Vaishnava. No lust, no anger, nothing. He has some gun vijay, Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Mat, Moha. Then he is Brahmin. So Brahmin at that time, Vasishtha, Patri, and so many, high class of devotee. So they were in height of Kshatriyas. They used to be engaged in work and control and taking tax and so on. So they are not and so inferior. And that's more indigenous. But serving Vaishnava, Brahman, so they are less. And Istriya, having so many child, he has to do so many things to serve his husband, to household work. They have some more intent. So it has been told like that. But it has not told for Arundhati. It has not told from Anusuya, Gargi, Ganga Mata Thakurani, Janava Thakurani. Not it is told for them. Hemlate Thakurani. So it is not. Thank you. Now we should complete. Can you say about Karmarpan? Go.
Om Ajnanatirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. So, Srila Gurudev is now discussing the conversation between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Raya Ramananda, called Raya Ramananda Samvad. And yesterday it was discussed about Varnashram Dharma and how this Varnashram Dharma is the method of pleasing Lord Vishnu. And that by this Varnashram Dharma, the human being can also render service. He can worship the Supreme Lord. But as we heard the different speakers yesterday, it was explained that actually this is not connected directly with the soul. As Srila Gurudev told, Swarup Anubandhi. It is not the constitutional activity of the soul. So therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he heard this statement by Ramananda Roy, he told, Eho Bahya Age Koho Ar. That this is Bahya, it is external. And please speak further. Go on further. So this conversation between Ramananda Roy and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is given in a gradual step-by-step progression.
No, never. All are independent. All are independent. No, not a step by step. If anyone is Varnashram Dharma, at once he can go to sannyas, and maybe at once he may be pure devotee. So it is not necessary that he will have to follow all. Not like that. He has told like that, not like that. Oh, each are independent sadhana and sadhana.
Yes. So I'm corrected very beautifully by Srila Gurudev. And this should be understood clearly. This whole conversation between Ramananda Roy and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is not that someone will have to go through each one of these step-by-step progressions. That is a misunderstanding. But yet, this conversation is explaining different levels of adhikar, different goals of different persons who are on different levels of qualification. So, therefore, it is gradually going higher level of qualification, like this. So now, after Mahaprabhu had rejected this first statement of Sri Ramananda Roy, then he began to explain his next suggestion, which is Krishna Karmarpanam. Krishna Karmarpanam. This means that you will offer, arpanam means to offer, you will offer your karma, your actions to Krishna for his satisfaction. You will offer that to Krishna. And then, to substantiate this statement, Sri Ramananda Roy quoted the verse from Bhagavad Gita, Yat karoshi yadashnashi, yat juhoshi, dadasiyat, yat tapasyasi konteya, tat kurushva mad arpanam. So here he's telling that Krishna is telling to Arjuna, everything that you do, yat karoshi, everything that you eat, yadashnashi, everything that you offer, yat juhoshi, dadasiyat, all offerings, all sacrifices that you perform, yat juhoshi dadasiyat, yat tapasyasi konteya, and any kind of austerities that you may perform, tat kurushva mad arpanam, you should do all these for my sake, for my benefit, mad arpanam, you should offer them to me. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard this proposal, and then he told again, same thing, Eho Bahya Age Kohoar. This is external. Please speak further. Go further than this. Go higher than this. So it should be understood what is Krishna telling, for which level of adhikar, and why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not accept this. So as a conditioned soul within this world, everyone is acting for their own sense gratification. It is personal selfish interest. Whatever anyone is doing within this world, it is either immediate selfishness or it is an extended selfishness. For example, in this world, everybody is acting sometimes for the benefit of their family, their children, etc. But they will not do the same thing for another person's family and children because this is their extended self. So they identify, these are mine, these children belong to me, this family belongs to me, this house belongs to me. There is a conception of mineness or mamata toward these material objects. So for that person on that level of identification with this material body, Krishna is giving encouragement by telling them that yet karoshi yadashnashi, whatever you're doing, you do it for me. Whatever you're offering, you should offer it to me first, like this. So this is to encourage those who are in this level of consciousness. But when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking, what is the sadhya? What is the goal of life? And he is not accepting this. That is because this suggestion does not at all touch the real transcendental level of the soul. The soul's eternal function of eternal servitude in the form of prem seva to the Supreme Lord. It does not touch that level at all. It is only on the material level. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Eho Bahya, this is external. So what is the flaw in this consideration? Why is it still external? It is beneficial for those who are on that level, but from a higher perspective, it is external. So what is that flaw? Because the person who is performing this offering, he has a conception that this belongs to me, and now I'm offering this to Krishna. Now I'm offering this to God. So the flaw is that they have a conception that this is my possession. This belongs to me. And now I'm giving it to God. That is the fundamental mistake of the conditioned soul. That aham mameti, janasya mohoyam aham mameti. He identifies with his body, and he identifies that objects connected with his body belong to him. So therefore, this cannot be the proper conception, because ultimately, nothing belongs to anyone. Everything within this world is the property of the Supreme Personality of Godhead who has created it. It is His energies. And not only all these objects of this world, but I myself, my very soul, I belong to the Supreme. So until that conception comes, that I will offer my very self to the Supreme Lord, then it is only external. So in this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu rejected this proposal, and then he asked Ramananda Roy to speak further. Then he will speak next suggestion. Hare Krishna.
Also one thing here. Jatkaroshi, Jadasnasi, Jadjuhoshi, in this is slow. Who is Karta? Who is doer? Might. But you are not doer. This body, then mind, then wish of Sakshi. Those who have made this body material. And something of soul. There are so many doers in this body. You are not doer. Only so. Another thing that to your father, suppose your father mother, you should bring anything from market and tell him, oh, I am offering, oh father, I am offering to you. This is correct or not? Because all wealth and yourself, you are also from him. So you cannot offer. You should only serve him by that. Like Ganges water, we are serving Ganges. We puja of Ganges. So you are not doer, and also, what you are, that you cannot offer to Krishna, because all Krishna, how you can do? So if you are doing it is wrong. So it is Bahya. And then Mahaprabhu, then Raya Ramananda told, Swadharma Tyag Sarvasat Prasad. So it is. You?
So here, Ramananda Roy has now been instructed to go further, and he is giving Dhamma Tyag. This verse in Bhagavad Gita is Savadhamma Prityaja Mamekam Sharanam Raja Ham Tam Sarvapapebhyo Moksha Shami Ma Suchaha. They give up all varieties of religious endeavor, dharma. Surrender unto me completely. Do not fear. I will protect you. Just surrender to me. So here, dharma, there's two types of dharma. The dharma that is being suggested to give up in this verse is namic dharma. Namitic dharma. Namitic dharma. The dharma of the soul, as is stated in Jaiva Dharma, the Nitya Dharma of the soul, Jivara Stupahaya Krishnara Nityadas. Eternally we are parts and parcels, servants of the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. This is not to be given up. This is our eternal Dharma, is unchanging. But that what we have to give up is Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Search for happiness in this world. Come. Temporary endeavors for sense gratification. Come. Dharma. Economic development, religious activities with the desire to get something in return. Here, there's a desire to become free from fear. So I will surrender to Krishna. There's a motivation. Economic development, artha, as explained yesterday. So this instruction is there to give up all these considerations, just surrender into Krishna. So the surrendering process is sixfold. Anukulyasya sankalpa, pratikulyasya varjanam, rakshishyatiti vishvasho goptrite varnam tata. To accept everything favorable for our endeavors in bhakti, but to reject everything unfavorable. Every day we're confronted in our activities to accept things or reject things. But we are conditioned souls. We are accepting and rejecting on the basis of what will please our senses, because we have a misidentification with this body, the Dehatma Buddhi, false identification with the body. This has to be given up in order to achieve bhakti. To accept those things that are only favorable for our bhakti. It may be difficult. There may be some necessity of surrender here, some tolerance, and to not endeavor only for the gratification of the senses, mind, etc. Also to feel oneself protected by the Supreme Lord, and as He is one my maintainer. This is the Swarup Lakshana of this verse. Everything else will be there in these 6 angas of surrender if we understand that the Supreme Lord is our supreme maintainer and well-wisher. Also, feeling oneself very meek and humble. Atmaksheta Karpan. Feeling very, very humble and meek. Even in the Bible, it is explained that the meek shall inherit the earth. So, our disease in this material world is we have false identification of this body, and we are thinking ourselves the supreme enjoyer. So, in conversely to that, if we can have an attitude of humility, then we'll be able to chant with purity and please the Supreme Lord. This is the process of surrender. And Atmanivedanam, giving everything our mind, body, senses, our hearts, sentiments, for the service of Guru, Vaishnava, and Krishna. This is the surrendering process. So here there is a business engagement. If one is thinking like this, then he's thinking, okay, I will surrender to Krishna, and then I will get something in return. There's some motivation. But pure bhakti is unmotivated. So this has to be given up. And Lord Chaitanya will say, you must go higher. Thank you.
अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः वंशकल्पतरुभ्यस्य कृपासिन्धुभ्यो पतितनं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. This verse, which now Sri Raya Ramananda is quoting to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, telling this is the goal, to give up all dharma, all activities, religious activities of this world, and simply surrender to the Lord. And the Lord will protect you from all the reactions of your sinful activities, your karma in this world. What we see here, why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not accepting this? If we give up all dharma, all activities, then what are we supposed to do? There is no description of the activity of the soul, the Atma, its relationship with the Supreme Soul. What is that which we ought to do in order to be properly situated in our constitutional position? This is lacking in this particular definition. Only giving up our activities in this world, surrender to the Lord, but no mention of what really our activity is. What should we do in order to attain the proper relationship, harmony with the Supreme Lord? This is not properly defined here. And because of that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was not accepting this proposal. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.